My husband has been talking like a baby for a year, and it is ruining our relationship. We all go through phases and pick up annoying habits, and sometimes we just need our loved ones to gently tell us if we've picked up a particularly egregious habit. Sometime in the last year, my husband has picked up a habit where he talks like a baby. At first it was funny, but it has since passed into embarrassing, cringeworthy behavior very quickly. Some examples are doggo, pupper, woofer, pibble, hootie boy, peepo, burb, meow meow, Sammy, sandwiches, Sammy whammy, chicky nuggies, chicky tendies, adding a toddler-like lisp to words, and the ones that really get gross are childish euphemisms for genitalia or sex. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is not endearing or sexy to have my husband talk about my boobies and his wiener, weenie or wee-wee and bajingos. Nostalgia for scrubs be damned. We have not had sex for 6 months because he cannot stop talking about my boobies, and it makes me sick. Just before the pandemic hit, we were out at a restaurant with some friends. He actually ordered a chicky Sammy. Said that exact phrase. Chicky. Sammy. Look, it's totally fine that he ordered the chicken sandwich. That's not the issue. Our friends noticed the baby talk, because he insisted on continuing the joke and even started talking with this god-awful toddler voice. After that, I just couldn't stomach the idea of going out with him to adult places. I'd go out to the brewery with friends, but God forbid he join me and say, "Me wanty another beer," or something. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why he's doing this. I finally hit my limit when we were grocery shopping and everything seemed normal and fine until he gasped like a kid, ran to the ice cream section and jumped up and down yelling, "Ice cream! Ice cream! I want a chubby one." I was mortified. People were staring at him and me. He kept going and kept saying, "Can we get popsicles?" I just said either talk to me like an adult or I'm leaving. He started saying,
"Oh.
You must be fun at parties," and telling me to lighten up. I just said to myself, screw it, and left the store, leaving him to walk home because I couldn't even look at him. Since then, things have been very tense, and he keeps telling me that he wants an apology for embarrassing him by leaving him in the store. I told him that people don't get to demand apologies. If someone wants to apologize, it's up to them, and I am absolutely not going to apologize for saving myself the embarrassment of a 35-year-old man with a mortgage and retirement account asking for chocolate ice cream like a damn baby. If you can believe it, he got his mom involved. No joke. She keeps telling me it's just a phase and that he's probably bored and I should be happy this is his midlife crisis, rather than him getting off with 19-year-olds at the local bar. I'm going crazy. Am I the jerk? Do I really just need to let my husband continuously embarrass me like this? Update, sorry, there was only so much space. I have talked to him multiple times, especially about the sexual comments. I've made it extremely, abundantly clear that him using terms like boobies and wee-wee are absolutely repulsive to me, among other things he says. To answer some of your questions. Does he have a job? Yes, and he acts completely normal as far as I know. He worked from home for a while during lockdown, and I never heard him talk like this to anyone he worked with. Does he do it with friends? Sometimes, and it's generally meant to annoy them or gross them out, but he stops. He has friends where they think it's cute to embarrass each other. Is this a kink? If so, I'm absolutely done. Has he seen a doctor? No, but I've asked him if he needed to talk to someone because he was acting strange, and he accused me of being stuck up and judgmental. Given that he doesn't act like this with his coworkers, or his family, and only jokes around with his friends, I'm willing to bet that this is an indication that he's trying to force this fetish on me non-consensually, or trying to get me to leave. Is it a tumor? I don't know. Like I said above, I asked him if he needed to see someone. I can't force him. Even if I want to, just find out if there's any way we can salvage this, but after this post closes I will try to get him to. Maybe his sister can encourage him, even though he acts completely normal around them. Does he have childhood trauma? As far as I know, and I'm relatively close to his family and would likely know, the most traumatic thing he had happen was a minor car accident when he was around 13 years old. No injuries, no death, etc. He hasn't been in a car accident in the past 2 years or anything like that, and I haven't, and as far as I know, no one else in his family has been either. Update. Hi all, here I am with the update. I talked to my husband after doing some soul searching. There was no tumor, no kink, and no childhood trauma. I asked him first if he understands why I am upset, and to please clarify if he was doing this on purpose or if we needed to seek medical intervention. He didn't want to tell me at first and I got worried. He eventually caved when I suggested we look for a doctor because of how worried I am. It was a bet with one of his friends that started as them trying to embarrass each other in public. He bet my husband that he couldn't keep it up for the whole year. The only off-limits part was at work, because he couldn't jeopardize his career. No. He decided to jeopardize his marriage instead. For what prize? What was he going to win? A signed baseball. All of this was over a baseball. I thought he was still joking. But no. He was dead serious. How was the friend verifying? My husband would share little videos he took here and there of him upsetting me with the baby talk, including times he tried to initiate sex by whispering this baby talk in my ear. And by seeing us in public, like at the brewery. He got cross with me in the grocery store because I interrupted the recording and almost blew the whole operation. He wasn't remorseful or apologetic. He thought we were both in on this little joke and that I'd find it hysterical. I asked him if he understood why we haven't had sex in months. No, it didn't matter, it was all worth it to him. He kept saying, "You just don't get it, it's not just a baseball." I told him the joke was over, it was time to stop for good, but that I was willing to move on with him. I could forgive him. No. He wanted to keep going. There are only 2 months left in the bet, so he's so close. He said, "We can have sex if you want, we'll just pretend XYZ, and I was just like, why does thinking about your friend even factor into this? What's wrong with you? You never had to do this and ruin our intimate moments." But I just didn't get it, he had to be in character all the time. After a lot of arguing and tears, I left him. I'm heading up to Colorado to be with my family through Christmas, and then I'm going to move in with my sister for a little while to figure out next steps. I hope it was worth it.